I've known Stephen Colbert a long time. I've been on his show, interviewed him many times. He's taken shots at me. I've taken shots at him. All in good fun, I hope. So I was impressed when he took on his parent company, Paramount, for paying $16 million to settle that Trump lawsuit over deceptive editing by 60 Minutes.
Now, I believe this kind of complicated financial settlement with a sitting government official has a technical name in legal circles. It's big fat bribe.
But then came the stunning news that Skydance, the expected buyer of Paramount and CBS, was making a move purely for financial reasons, you understand.
I want to let you know something that I found out just last night. Next year will be our last season. The network will be ending The Late Show in May. And yeah, I share your feelings. It's not just the end of our show, but it's the end of The Late Show on CBS. I'm not being replaced. This is all just going away.
Joining us now from Stamford, Connecticut, Brian Steinberg, senior TV editor at Variety. I'm not buying that blowing up the CBS Late Show had nothing to do with content. I mean, Stephen Colbert is the biggest name at CBS. He's been #1 for 9 straight years in the late night ratings, and I don't think Skydance really cares.
Well, it's I've been very strange on this one because it came so close to him calling it a big fat bribe. A lot of speculation about if that got him in a lot of trouble. At the same time, late night is not what it once was. This is a format that thrives on young people watching TV at 11:30 at night. They don't do that anymore.
You know, I go back to the history. We had the era of Jay Leno versus David Letterman and Jimmy Kimmel, if we can put that picture up. And then I'm sure the picture will be coming up any second. And then more recently, Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, and Jimmy Kimmel. I'm sure somebody's got the picture. Anyway, who's next? Jon Stewart. He says he doesn't know. Does Skydance think we're dumb enough to believe there's nothing to see here?
Well, I used to think Jon Stewart is down to one night a week on Comedy Central. These shows are under tremendous financial pressure, and so there are business reasons and optics, and I think people are probably connecting the dots a little bit. Yes.
Well, as you point out, they don't even work Fridays anymore, and a lot of younger people they see the clips online the next day. Sure, 2.5 million on average is nothing like the Johnny Carson days. So I kind of get from your coverage that you think this is, and that it may not stop with Stephen Colbert and The Late Show, and that this might be the beginning of the end for late night.
Well, the drumbeat's been going for a long time now. NBC used to have a 1:30 show with Willie Singh, and before that, Carson Daly. That show's no longer on the air. CBS just got out of the 12:30 business a few weeks ago with Taylor Tomlinson. These shows are down to 4 nights a week. Seth Meyers no longer has a live band on his show. James Corden is gone. It's clear that these shows are not pulling in the dollars they once were, or the young people they once really needed to have to make them work.
Well, let's not forget, for people who have not been breathlessly following this, that this is about Shari Redstone, who needs Trump administration approval to have this sale to Skydance go through and make a lot of money. In my view, really tarnishing the network of Murrow and Cronkite.
I would argue that, yes, these recent moves with CBS News and 60 Minutes and other things, they are not, I mean, this is an owner, a controlling shareholder who has to have a deal go through. She is on the verge of financial ruin, I believe, if it doesn't happen. She's in a really hot spot. This company, Paramount, is not doing as great as it once was 20, 30 years ago. And they need a deal. It's a transformative deal, and it would keep her family fortune as well as a company in business. So she's rocking a hard place, and it's not easy to make these kind of operating decisions when you're in that kind of situation.
Yeah, I guess because you cover this for a living, you're sympathetic to the cross pressures on these shows and the fact that a lot of this now happens online. But I remember thinking when the rise of Colbert and the ratings came when he got more political. Less polite way of saying that is when he turned virulently anti-Trump. I mean, he never gave Joe Biden or others a hard time. Obviously, he leans far to the left. And thinking, isn't he taking a real risk here, Colbert, by alienating potentially half his audience?
This is the challenge I think late night's gone through in the last 5 to 10 years. There are so many late night shows, or were after Letterman left, so many new ones popped up. Samantha Bee, Robin Thede, a lot of different shows. Everyone going after a certain niche of the audience, not the entire audience. Johnny Carson, never really wore his politics on his sleeve. And in an era where everything is fragmentized and fractionalized, everyone's going after a certain niche, not the broader whole.
Well, maybe because I grew up watching shows like Carson and Leno and so forth, and Conan O'Brien, that was a brilliant move, not at the Today Show. I'm more sympathetic to these shows. But there's one person who's happy about this, and that's Donald Trump, who writes, I absolutely love that Colbert got fired. His talent was less than his ratings, but he had a loyal audience. You however, feel like the time for these programs may have, I emphasize, may have come and gone.
I think one or two may survive. Now, Kimmel's contract's up in 26. Fallon and Myers have till 28. More of these guys are doing, if you watch them, more ads on their shows, more live ads, more other game shows that they host. And I think those who can figure out a way to kind of broaden their base beyond late night may stick around for a while longer. But I do think there is some severe pressure on this stuff.
Well, that is an understatement, and I don't think we've heard the end of this, but we're very happy to have you on to talk about it. And when the next show goes, we'll have you back.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.